Hey, welcome back, my YouTube friends, to my Linen Market 6x8 binder album. So welcome, welcome. All right, if you're just now catching this, I will put the link down below in the description box to part one, or the, not or, and the final review of this project, okay? I am using the Simple Vintage Linen Market from Simple Stories, and I have the 12 by 12 paper and the 6x8 chipboard and all of the ephemera for the bits and pieces. All right. So in the last class, part one, we made a little slit and for a couple of photo mats. And in part one, I do show you how I bind this. Okay. And then here we have a little flip out, definite places for photographs, and then a pocket, which I haven't stuck anything in there yet, but it is a pocket. Okay. So this album will have clear, definite places for photographs, flips and flaps and pockets. If you don't like doing the hinged albums, this is perfect for you. Who doesn't love a 6x8 binder album? And I am using the Simple Stories one. All right, let's continue our journey. All right, so I created this, and I'm gonna create one right along with you, and this is gonna go one here, and we're gonna lace it up, and it's gonna be a pocket. You won't be opening this up because once you lace it up, you don't want to be, undoing it to look at it. And then, I mean, in my opinion, I mean, you can do yours however you want, but once I lace it up, I like it to stay. I don't want to be unlacing it and then trying to thread it back through the holes. Nope, not for me. So mine's going to be a pocket. And I'm using the scraps from here. Okay, these were left over when we cut our pieces here, and I showed you how to do that in part one. Okay, so I'm going to grab my other green piece. Okay, um, need some black cardstock, and I am using the Michaels 65-pound weight cardstock. All right, and I'm using my We Are Memory Keepers tear rulers. I will link that down below in the description box. That way, if you want to go purchase them, it is an Amazon link. You pay no more for the product. It just helps support my channel. So that's how I created my design. I wish I was that creative and, just drawing, but nah, I'll use these. All right. So the first thing you're going to do, and this piece does measure 3.5 by 6.5. First thing you're going to do is grab your scoreboard, and you're going to score 1/2 inch on the 3.5 inch side. Mine's just a hair bit shorter, but that's okay. Okay, so 3.5, and I'm going to score on both sides. It just helps prevent cracking. And if it does crack, guess what? I got washi tape. I can always fix it up. But that does help prevent that crack if you'll score on both sides, and then just kind of score it easily. Okay, it does help. Let's see, do I want? Yep, I left it at 6.5. So now what I'm going to do is, I think I want to try and get the same. So I'm going to put this up here just on my grid. Grab my pencil. I'm going to try and line this up if I can. Might be. Make sure your scored in is on this side. Okay, your scored in is on this side, and I need to look to see a little under 2¼ so just a little under 2¼ is what I'll have left. So let me so 1 2 sorry, I need to turn this around. All right, so I'm going to line it up 2¼ 1 2¼ I think that's what I done is I just put it right there. Nope. I didn't even think to see how I see that one's too small. So I'm just going to go halfway in between. Does that give me my 2¼ A little over. All right. So make sure I'm straight. And I'm going to draw my lines. And I forgot, I'm supposed to be centering them up. I'm just a little bit crap. So I'm going to move my ruler to where I can get that. About the same. All right. So I'll have to erase that other line if I can. All right. Oh my. That line won't matter. This one does. And this one. All right. Sorry that took me so long. Jeez. Or just you know, you can just do it straight too. So now I'm just going to try and cut on the other side of my line. And then we'll put black on it, because I thought the black really made it pop. And, you know, like I said the other day, pick and choose your pages that you want. You don't have to do all the pages that I'm doing, okay? You can pick and choose. If you don't like this page, you don't have to do it. It's just a little, well, it's about the same. All right. Now what you're going to do is you're going to cut a piece of cardstock that is I'm going to go 2 1/8, I think. I'm just going to stick this above just to make sure. I'm going to go just a hair over 2 1/8. All right, by 6 1/2. All right, so I'm going to cut my 6 1/2 first. Then I'm going to go, I'm just going to go 2 1/4 because I can always trim it down. I'd rather be just a little bit over than a little bit under. Okay. Put that in there. And see, that one's a little bit or a little bit over, but we can always trim that off. Okay, so now I'm going to make my lines. Let's see, how do I want to do this? could just do it this way. Okay, I'm going to center it. Draw my lines. Okay. Now I'm going to cut my lines out. All right. Let's see what we got. All right, I see this one's a little bit pointy, so I'm just gonna. All right. So now, excuse me. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue this down. A second, let me clean off my glue pen. Make sure I'm gonna glue the right one. And that's still. This one here is a little bit pointy. Yeah, I'm not a big fussy cutter, by no means. All right, so I'm gonna flip this open and let's glue this down. I'm not going to glue to clear to the end because I know it doesn't come clear to the end. Jeez Louise. Boy, can it be any more difficult? Jeez. Say a little bit more black on this one. Pick that up a little bit. Geez, I either go one way or the other. Got it. Whew. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my punch, and I'm going to punch the 1, 2, 3. I see. I put it in different. I see what I done. Because I got 4 on this one. I have 3. So I was right the very first time I done it. Crap. That's all right. That's all right. All right. Trying to decide here. Do I want to go ahead and do my 4 holes? Yeah, let's do it. It ain't quite how I wanted it, but that's how it wound up. Alright, so now I'm going to get my... I got that one just a little too close. All right, so there's our lace up. So now what we're going to do, let's get it attached to our page. And I think we're going to put it something like this. And then we need a stopper at the bottom. And I'm thinking, ooh, that'd be pretty. See, we could always kind of cover that bottom hole up. So if we done that, and maybe a flower or something. Okay, what can we put on the bottom of this for a stopper? Because I don't want anything falling out of it. Let's look in some of our cut aparts. And I did get all my cut aparts cut the other day too. Ooh, there's that. Put a B down here. So that would be all the way to this side. This would be all the way to this side. That's kind of cute. That's what we need, is just something like that. So let's continue to see if we have anything else that might attract our fancy. I like that BU. Okay, so on the next page, we're going to be doing something with this paper. So whatever goes here is going to have to coordinate with this here. Okay. So that's something to kind of look at. These are big. Oh, here's some small ones. We could always do 2 of them. I think that's all of the small ones that we have. Yeah, the rest of them are big. That butterfly. Of course, that's going to cover up a lot of our lace work. Sunny days. I don't think if we're going to put summer here, we don't need nothing that has any writing. And I'm really thinking maybe this B needs to go here. Then we could put our summer here and whatever else we want. Okay, let's go ahead and get these down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up on my grid. And I'm going to mark, just make a little tick mark where I want those to be. So I think I'm going to go an inch. So I'm just going to make a little tick mark. And that way they're together. So that would go here, here. And I probably will round the corners. Okay, let's get these stuck down. Find your little notch and right along the side. Make sure that you didn't glue it shut. And I need to ink this one. All right, so let's get this glued down. I'm going to flip mine around. sure it didn't glue it down. All right. So this is going to go here. Yeah, I think I do want to round these corners right here. And then we'll put the summer. We might move it over. No, let's keep it in the middle. So let's lace this up. And I'm going to use my black twine. I don't know how much we're going to need. Not a clue. Do I want to double it? So I'm going to start in 1. Let's see. How are we going to do this? All right, so I'm going to cut two threads. 1 for each side. Okay, 1 for each side. All right. 1 for each side. Now I'm going to tie this on here. Or shall we do, if we do double, I don't know if I've done enough to do double or not. Nope. Okay, so let's just we'll get started. Okay, now I'm going to skip that one, go to this one, and then go to this one. Because I want my tie to come out the front side. Okay, so there's that one. We may just wind up tying these. So if we go here, then go here, oops, then go here, then go here. It's a little lopsided because of, yeah, darn it, but that's all right. So I'll go ahead and, do I want to go ahead and tie that in a double knot? I think I do. So we got enough to tie here. I better make sure we got enough to tie because we're going to have to tie this off. I think we do. Tied in a double knot. And then I can tie my bow. All right. So I'm just going to wrap one of these back around and run it back back up through the top. That should allow me to tie a knot. I'm going to double tie it. Then I'm going to stick my threads. I'm going to cut these. First I'm going to stick them down through, and then I'll get it to the other side and cut them off. Nope, that didn't work. Now my knot is not tight. Jeez Louise. Okay, that's in a double knot, so I'm just gonna. So now, if we just glue this down at the bottom, we're just gluing it. Yeah, I wish I was a little bit flatter. That's going to be a little bit bulky. Now I had the idea of, let's see, I'm going to grab my 6x8 paper pad. I like this bicycle. And it could go down inside there as a photo mat. Yep, let's do it. Okay, let me ink this. Yeah, it would have been a lot better if I would have had the holes the same. So hopefully you make yours. Because mine didn't come out. I should have been thinking about that. Alright, I'm just going to glue the very bottom. About a 1/2 inch on the bottom. Just so this doesn't fall out. Okay, I'm going to glue it right along the bottom. Okay. Now this summer, I'm going to glue a little bit here. And then I can glue all this. And a little bit of this top. Alright, so that has flowers, so that's perfect. Alright, let's get our stuff picked up. Maybe put, ooh, I love that. I'm going to do it. It just adds to it. Alright. So now that photo mat that we put in here is only going to go so far. See? And now it fits the page perfectly. And we could put some photo mats and journal up the back of this, this photo mat. We may even add to it later on. But for right now, we'll just leave it kind of like that. Okay. So now this is going to go in our book right here. Okay. And remember, you're just gluing, because we're going to have tag books in this. So you're just gluing 3 sides. You're gluing just 3 sides. This side, and you're gluing this to this. All right. So I'm going to line it up, just make sure before I put my glue on. She looks good. All right. So I'm going to apply my glue. You don't want to get too crazy with this glue because you don't want it oozing out. And then it closes that part of that pocket up. So now I'm just going to glue the very bottom. And the side. Make sure I'm right side up. Yes. All right. that's that side. That page is going to be a little bit bulky, yeah, with that tie right there. There we go. That's cute. All right, so let's put it in our book. And now we have that. Beautiful. All right. Moving on to the next page. I'm grabbing this piece of paper. I'm going to cut my branding strip off. Okay. Now, you're going to put this in your scoreboard. And since this is not a directional paper, like Kevin's, we're going to do some scoring. Which side do we want? This side, and then this side be the flap. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to score at 6.5. 6.5. I'm going to score on both sides. Okay. Then I'm going to turn it around. Okay. This is my bottom. This will be the bottom. This is going to be the top. So this goes like this. You now want the top of it over here, and we're going to score it at 8 inches. Okay. Score at 8 inches. And I'm going to score both sides. Oops, I got off on that. All right. So what we're going to do now is this piece here, we're going to cut this off. And I know it's going to be hard to see the score lines in this, but I am going to leave. Okay, let me see if I can do. Well, that'll be covered up. Okay. There's my score line. I'm going to go 1/2 inch from my score line. Okay. Now this score line here, I'm going to cut right along because that'd be the edge of my page. Okay. But for on this score line here, I'm going to go 1/2 inch this side of it. Okay. And I'm just going to go up to my score line. Okay. And then I'm going to cut across my score line. All right. I should be using my trimmer for this because I am not very good at cutting things out at all. Okay, so now right here, you want to go ahead and cut this all the way across to that score line. Okay, just to that score line. And then you're going to taper this. Okay, see that? I tapered it because this is going to fold in to make a hinge for our pocket. Okay, and then this is going to flip up. And we'll just glue that side. Okay. Yeah. Make sure to give her a good burnish. Now, this piece here can either, yeah, it's going to fold this way. I wish we could fold it this way. How would we do that? Yeah. Because what we're going to do, this is going to be glued on to our next hinge, or our next hinge piece, or the page attachments. So if that gets folded to the back, okay, let's fold it towards the front. And you may have to make a new score line. So be it. Okay, make sure everything's straight. Now I'm going to make a new score line because it's got to have a little bit of wiggle room for that pocket. Okay, it's got to have a little bit of wiggle room for this pocket. Okay. So then we'd have a flap, and then we will glue this pocket. Now I'm going to round this corner and round this corner. Okay, and then we'll glue it down. All right, so let's glue it down. And then I'm just going to run a little bit of a bead up the side here. If anything sticks over on this side, trim her off. You don't want anything sticking over. Nothing sticking over. You know, you made this 8. Did we go 8? Yeah. You see, I meant for this. This is going to be a pocket up here as well. So let's use something besides red. What have we used so far? Or we could leave this by itself. No, can't do that. Hey, we haven't used the green. And the green would match the other side. So this would go on top like this. We can notch this so there's a pocket there. Perfect. Okay. Now you could cut yours at 8.5. It'd give you a little bit shorter of a pocket, and you could just glue this on your page. But I thought it'd be neat to have a pocket up here at the top as well. So, let me find something where I can. So 6.5, so it'd be 3.25 would be halfway mark. So 6.25. All right. So I'm just going to trim this out. Always got to do things a difficult way. All right, so that way there's a pocket there. That'd be a nice deep pocket. Yeah, I should have inked this before I haven't been inking because it just takes so much longer. But I think inking really adds to your album. there's that. So now we can glue this down to this. Again, you're just going to glue 3 sides. Okay. I was debating on if we should leave a little bit of green sticking out. Now let's just glue 3 sides. Should have notched that one as well. Jeez, I'm always a day late, $1 short. I am going to round these corners here. Now this piece that we have left, can we use this somehow? Or maybe just use it as a tag. We could use it as a flip out. Well, let's save it. Let's save it. We might add it on later on. Okay, so let's get our I'm going to grab my green strip. Yeah, I'm going to try and find my green label. There it is. I found it. So I want to get the green down here. All right, so I'm just going to cut this off. I'm going to do the straight end. Now I'm going to angle this. I'm going to cut it just a little bit more. All right. So I'm going to put this on. Oh, I need to ink it. And I think we're going to use part of that ruler. I think it's about an inch. Let's put that there. Okay, now we have this ruler and our sticker sheet here. Okay. Now, do I want to use the rest of the ruler here? I'm just going to cut it off here at 10. Or not there. Do I have a little piece of, yep, I do. There. Now that's nice place for a photograph. Very cute. Oh, I guess I could have used this side. We can always put that right there if we wanted to. Doesn't show, but it adds the green. All right, so I'm really let's see this easy breezy. Oh, get a flower to match that other side. To match this side right here. Because you got to remember, this is going right here. So, let's get this in here. All right, let's get a black mat. I have one right here. Might even be the size that we're even looking for. Oh, I should have had, can I raise that up? Yep. Perfect. I'll give you a measurement. I didn't even think about that. All right, that photo mat measures almost 4 1/4 by 4 1/2. 4 1/2 by 4 1/4. Very cute. Now those two pages kind of match because we got the red here and we got the red here. How pretty. You can also we could do a photo mat here too as well. All right. So now we need to get this on one of our hinges over here. Make sure your B is at the bottom. We're just going to put it just a little bit below our hole reinforcements. So I'm just going to run a bead. Just make sure your B is at the bottom. Okay. I moved it too much. Crap. Yeah, that's just one of the most important things. Make sure that B is at the bottom. So now we have this page here. So now the next page, we can do whatever we want. Haha, that's cute. That is cute. All right, I think that is a good place to be stopping for this class. I love it. We'll decorate this and stuff up. Very cute. I love that, to where we have this nice big pocket here, something different, even though it's not quite the way I wanted it to be, but that's all right. And then a pocket here and a nice big pocket there. Wow, love it. All right, that's all I have for this class. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope you will make this. And hey, we'll see you in the next class. All right. As always, keep scrapping. Bye-bye.